going on, guys? Welcome, Rabid here, and it's looking like GPU mining profitability is starting to pick up again. Altcoin season is in. Let's check it out. All right, so starting off here, 10 cent per kilowatt hour. Obviously, that was like the default 4 years ago in 2021. Power costs and everything has gone up quite a bit for a lot of people out there. So the new default is probably around 15 cents. So we'll look at that in a minute. But looking at the 10 cent power range here, 5090 on Quai now is saying 82 cent profit. That's insane. We got CFX here coming in at 22 cent profit here at 10 cent per kilowatt hour. We got a 4090 on Cubic. Anything that has cubic in it's here, take it with a grain of salt, but I don't think it's probably accurate. So unless you've done testing and someone can confirm that this is actually what you're getting, let me know in the comment section. But I've never seen cubic in a calculator ever be accurate. So just kind of point that out. I wouldn't take this as anything. Moving on, but it looks like Quai coin at 10 cent power is profitable on pretty much everything right now. So that's actually pretty awesome. Let's jump into 15 cent per kilowatt hour just to get an idea of what 15 cents is looking like. We got the 4090 here, 35 cents again cubic. No idea if that's accurate. We got the 5080 Quai, 35 cent profit after power. The 5090, 27. Now it looks like it's all the new gen GPUs, which is to be expected. New gen, better efficiency. It's what's needed to compete competitively in order to, mine. But a lot of people aren't really buying these because, one, they're too expensive. Sure, people are, but, like back in 2021 when people were buying GPUs like crazy, a lot of them quit mining or aren't updating their hardware. So, a lot of the 3070s and stuff is what we're going to have to look at to see pure profits. Negative on Conflux over here. So I just want to find the 3070. We can see an RTX 3070 is only making 5 cent at 15 cent power. So that's kind of sad here. Myself, I am around the 12 cent range, about 11 and a half. I like to go to 12. That way, I got a little bit of a cushion there. But even this, like an RTX 5090 making 60 cents on Quai, this is a $4,000 Canadian GPU at 12 cent power. People don't really consider this profit. Like, not like 2021. We were making what, $4, $5 to $12 to $15 a day on a 3090. And 60 cents on a 5090. Like, absolutely still not looking like anything it was in 2021, but we'll just have to wait, and hopefully these coins keep on pumping more. But once the hash rate moves over, these yields are going to die and our profits could technically go back to negative, even if these coins hit all-time highs. All right, so if we actually click on the 5090, we can see that our average profit for 24 hours is actually negative 3 cents, and our current profit, looking at the network hash rates and everything this very second, is 60 cents. So it just swapped over to being profitable, because for the past 24 hours average, it wasn't profitable. So once people start taking note, or after this video, we're probably going to see these numbers drop quite a bit as hash rate does move over. All right, so it's looking like the other coins aren't profitable. It's only currently Quai coin. But why is that? So we can see over the past 7 days, if we go back a month, we can see we're actually a little bit higher, about a little under where it was a month ago at some spikes. But over the past week, Quai just recently started having that spike. As of, I guess, maybe 3:30 in the morning, as of about 12 hours ago, Quai started to pump, which makes sense on the chart there, why the current is looking good and then the 24-hour is bad on that average there we saw on hashrate.no. The other thing is we have a price pump going on, as well as we can see the network hash rate on Quai has dropped a lot. So obviously, as this hash rate starts picking up, as people are realizing Quai coin has some profit now, the hash rate will begin picking up, and ultimately your yields will start dropping quite a bit. Like right now, mining Quai was at 3.31, so now we're only down to like 1.1. So we're about 3 times less hash rate here than what we were sitting out back in February here, February 24th or so, on here, 3.25, and now again 1.1. So major hash rate drop, prices pumping, obviously making your yields pick up, and the reward for each coin on the yields is higher because of the price pump. So again, this is going to reach the equilibrium, and it won't take very long, maybe 2-3 days, not even, maybe in the next 4 hours, we could be back to 0 to negative profitability. So another thing we do have to point out here when it comes to altcoin seasons, because we do see a lot of money inflowing into crypto and altcoin season, alts are starting to pump. Here's XMR for an example. almost coming back up to its 400 peaks, but they don't last. They go up and then they just crash down to nothing very, very fast. We can see Monero, for an example here, 2017 and went to 470. 2021 417, and we're pumping now 313. So I do expect XMR to probably, at least hopefully, hit that $400 range again. 390 I'm good with, but look, we're back up to over $300 on Monero. But keep in mind, and the same thing goes for every alt out there, within the next 2 to 3 weeks after the pump is over, it's just going to crash and burn because everyone's going to be dumping those coins, and then it's going to be over with. So there's no longer going to be a pump for the rest of the year. You're going to have to wait another 4 years, because usually when an altcoin season hits, once that coin does pump, it's not coming back for another 4 years. So just be ready. If you got coins and stuff, start looking and creating your sell orders, because it's going to dump and then it's going to be gone. All right, guys, so thank you for checking out this video. I wouldn't go out and start buying a bunch of GPUs. I'm really up in the air if I'd even turn any hardware on right now. Maybe if you just start selling as soon as you get it, it might be worth it. But these profits are going to be gone very fast. As soon as people start seeing there's some profit here, that network hash rate is going to spike. They're going to start selling their coins. Price is going to start dropping. Network hash rate is increasing. Yields plummet down to nothing. These profits will not last very long. But right now, we are seeing some profits pick up, but it's only on the one coin and nothing else. So hopefully this video helped you out in understanding altcoin seasons. We're seeing this profit here. Let me know how you think this is all going to play out. Are you still GPU mining? I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.